Welcome to Griff Guide Podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Griffin. This is my good friend, Rob Collins. So to give a backstory, Rob is my second cousin's, what was boyfriend, now fiance, so that's a whole thing. And he lives down in Missouri now.
Yep.
Rob worked for us off and on for the last 4 years.
4 years.
4 years, yeah. Because you started in 2020. So
Yeah.
So, and here he is visiting us from Missouri, which is pretty cool. I'm glad I got to have you on because I was like, I was thinking about all the big personalities and the people that I know and love. And I was like, I got to have all those people on. So when you told me you were coming up, I was like, perfect. I want him on this show immediately. You're only like, I believe this is like 6 episodes in.
Okay.
So you're one of the first, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I guess give a little bit. So how is it in Missouri now? Like, because that's a big change, obviously.
Yeah,
I know you've done it a couple times now, but you've been, now you're like kind of really planted there.
Yeah. So we have our own apartment down there now, and we have all the dogs, the cat. So at first it was a lot to get used to, and then having to come back and then back and forth, and it was just too much. But now that I'm like settled down there, it's good. I mean, work's been pretty good for the most part. I actually did bounce around a couple companies. That is a whole different can of worms we can open later.
Yeah.
But no, everything's good. Everything's good. I'm loving it. It's nice to be together,
Yeah, no, that puts a huge strain on the relationship when you guys are apart for that amount of time. It sucks. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
But that's good. So you're resettled in Missouri now, and hopefully gonna unsettle and get the hell back up here very soon.
That's the plan.
Exactly. So that's good. So what the company you're at now? What do they have you doing?
So right now, actually, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, they had asked me if I wanted to grow into the service
manager.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Damn it. That's not good. I can't have them doing that.
I know. But I mean, we're a small company too, a lot smaller than J. Griff. So like really I'm just in charge of myself.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like now I'm taking on the role of billing, quotes.
You're doing all the things that a service tech does.
Yeah. And then even more than that too. Yeah.
That's good.
So that's nice. I like having that responsibility, and because it was so annoying having to kind of go so far and then have to bring it all to my bosses.
And you're like, I already know how to do this.
Yeah.
Like,
this is just let me go. Just let me
do what I can do here.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So that service manager position, very nice.
Yeah. No, it is cool. And it's going to be a slow transition, but I mean, so far I've been quoted my own jobs. I've been billing my own jobs. I actually just gave a Navian quote the other day.
Yeah, you called me about that, didn't you?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, no, it's good.
So what's the personal life like now? She went to the school and she took the bar, didn't pass, so now she's got to take it again, which sucks because you have to take the whole test over again. It's not like you can just like chop at whatever section you failed.
Yeah.
How many questions is that test? It's a shitload, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how many, but I know there is like a essay portion and then multiple choice. So she had ended up failing the essay part of it just by 1 point too.
Really?
Yeah. So it was like,
no. Do they go for like grammar and stuff on that, or are they just looking for simply explanation as to what they're asking?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure how that worked because I know like. I think I've heard before there are tests out there for certain
where they'll check the grammar.
Yeah, they check the grammar and shit where there's like certain occupations you're taking tests for, and it's like, well, not only do I have to answer the question right, I also have to have grammar correct, which is fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, I know it.
No, that's all right. So that's good. So she's gonna take another crack at that.
Yep. And that'll be in February, and then she'll probably get results by April. And I mean, she's done it once now, so she feels real confident going into it.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Yeah,
she'll be absolutely fine.
Oh yeah.
So what was all right? So let's backpedal a little bit. What was the? I guess I want your own perspective on what it was like working for us when we first started. Give me that perspective.
First started. Okay. Okay. So I was completely green. So
What was your background? So everybody
okay,
watching
yeah,
this
yeah.
knows.
So I mean, I knew a little bit about the trades. I hadn't really gone into them. Um I've done some tile work with my uncle. I've done some electrical with my father, but plumbing, no plumbing at all. I didn't even know where the hell water came from. So
Now you have a really good
yeah,
idea.
now, oh yeah. But but yeah, so I didn't really know all that much. And then basically I was landscaping, and then I had dropped Dage off up at Jeff's house
Yeah.
for dog sitting.
Yeah.
Jeff saw, I don't know if I can say my
You
Trump.
can say whatever you
Okay,
want.
okay. Jeff saw my Trump shirt. He's like, hell yeah, dude. And then he was like, all right, come in, have dinner. We'll talk, blah, blah, blah. So he's sitting there showing me Navians, and I'm like, dude, I
I
don't
don't know what
know
I'm
what
looking
the
at.
hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So and then he pretty much offered a job right then and there. And I'm like, dude, I just met you. Like,
That's what Jeff does. That's how I do the same shit. I've gotten so many employees just by being like, "Hey, do you want
yeah,
a job?"
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes it's like you can meet someone and it's
Yeah,
like
you sniff out
obviously
their character pretty
sometimes,
quick, and you know
yeah,
what kind of person they are.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he knows Dodge, so that helps.
Right.
It's not like I'm
Exactly.
just some
Yeah,
bum
you're not a
asshole.
stranger. We didn't
Yeah.
pick you up at a lumber yard.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Mikey. It's all right. That worked out. He's still
Yeah.
doing well,
Yeah,
so it's
he
good.
is. He is. He's
It's
doing good.
good.
He's doing good. But yeah, so and then had dinner, talked to Jeff a bit. Sandy even was telling me stuff about the company. And then
Which at the time the company was literally
oh,
me,
it was so much
me, you,
smaller.
Mike
Yeah,
Gagne, and
yeah,
Jeff.
yeah. Crazy. Operating out of the shed
Yeah, we
over.
were running things out of a shed with like
Crazy,
a
dude.
truck and a
Yeah,
half.
yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow, it's crazy to actually think about.
Yeah, you're
Wow.
telling me, bro. Life's pretty much punched me in the face at this point with
Yeah.
everything that's gone on. So I hear that.
Yep. But yeah, so and then we just talked about it and everything, and I had a lot to think about. And then that next Monday, I go back to my job, landscaping, weed whacking, dealing with a bunch of idiots.
And you're like, fuck this.
yeah, yeah. Through the gloves. Okay, I'm
Oh,
good.
really? You
Yeah.
just were like,
Yeah, I quit on the spot.
you never
Yeah.
told me that. You just left on the spot.
Yeah, we were doing a apartment complex down South Shore, and I was working with all the guys, and I was like, fuck this. Like one of the guys, he was trying to tell me what to do. I'm like, bro, I'm just weed whacking. Like there's nothing
Yeah.
to it. Like
Yeah, it's not rocket science here,
yeah.
buddy.
So then we kind of got into a little
A little bit of a tiff.
yeah, a little bit. And but I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm good. I'm good. So then called Jeff and was like, hey, yeah, so when can I start?
There you
And
go.
then pretty much after that started up with you guys, and it's been great since.
You know what was so funny, Rob, is my initial perspective versus actual like or I guess what I'm trying to say is what I imagined you to be and what you showed up as, two completely different things. Because Dage is like this, like she's like in a collegiate,
yeah,
master's program at Merrimack College, like super well spoken,
Yeah,
super put
yeah.
together, one of the most intelligent people that I know.
Yeah, dude.
And
Oh, yeah.
and then you fucking show up and I'm like, where? I couldn't
Where the hell
really
did
put
she
the
find
puzzle
this
piece.
guy?
Yeah, where the fuck did this dude come from? I couldn't put the puzzle pieces together
Yeah,
fast enough.
everyone says that.
Yeah, because when Jeff was like, "Oh, I hired Dage's boyfriend," I'm like, "What am I gonna have to deal with here? Some
great.
fucking nerd? Like, great, this is terrible." And then you showed up, and I'm like, "All right, this is sick."
Oh yeah, and I was ready to work, man.
Yeah, you were. The first day, I'll never forget. The first day we were working at that crooked house in Peabody,
Yep.
and we fucking blasted that out like nobody's business.
Oh yeah.
You were like, "What? Wait, I don't." I remember
It
because
was a 3/4 90 you needed.
yeah, and you actually figured it out.
yeah. I go up in the truck. I'm like, all right. He said it's a 90. I know what a 90 is, but So yeah, no, it was good. It
And
was
we
good.
poked the vent through the roof for
Yep.
the kitchen sink,
Yep.
and you were just like sitting there. You're like, so we don't have to go on the roof? I'm like, nah, bro, that shit's for the birds. We
Yeah,
don't go on the
yeah,
roof.
yep. Just poke it right
Just
through.
poke
Good
it
to
through. The
go.
roofers are done.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
out of
yeah.
here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was yeah. If I could go back that amount of years and just tell myself a few fucking things,
Oh yeah.
whew,
Oh yeah.
would have saved myself a lot of headaches and a hospital trip.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna get to in a few
Okay,
minutes.
good,
No
good.
one's heard this
That'll
hospital
be good.
trip.
That'll be good.
I
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna take a minute as we're talking. I should have sent this over, but today was a very busy day. Yeah. So, and then I mean, Rob, so you stayed with us for how long after? I don't remember because you've been in and out like
Yeah, I know.
3 times
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So the first time you were with us from what 2020 until 21.
Yeah, so I was there till late 21, and then I had left probably for about
What 9
maybe
months?
8-9 months. After that, came back
For another
year and a half.
Yeah, I think
now.
so. And then you
yeah.
split back out.
Then went back up.
And then you're going to be back again.
Yeah, and then I'll be
Hopefully
back.
next time you come back, you'll be back permanently.
Yes, I agree with that.
That's
and
my
I'm
hope.
trying to get Dodge to like really, because so far she's actually been
There it
like, you
is.
know what, maybe Mass isn't.
We're going to get there in a second. We're going to get there in a second.
There we go. You guys are gonna love this.
This is a good story.
Oh my goodness, Code Red, Mike, Code Red.
Code Red.
But yeah, no, and so I want to come back. That's my plan.
Right.
I'm trying to get Dodge to kind of.
I think she'll warm up to it, dude, especially where her grandparents are like, like they raised her.
Yeah.
She's going to want to be back here
Yeah.
to
Oh,
take care
yeah.
of them,
Yeah.
especially where they're getting older. So,
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so Rob was with us, he 20 to 21, and then he came
Yep.
back. And
Yep.
then, Rob was back. This guy was in just an absolute pit of despair for a good while.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of factors that played into it.
Yeah.
Most recently, I found out what the biggest factor was, and I kind of sorted that out of my life. But
Yep.
Rob, why don't you tell them the story, and let's start from the beginning of the workday and run right through.
Okay.
Were you with us that day on the job? You must have been. We were down in Sudbury.
Is that the Yeeson?
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
that the Yeeson
yeah.
job? No, okay. Was that the time you had thrown the No, yeah, I was there. I was there. Okay, so the whole job, there was just a lot going on.
A lot of pieces.
Yeah, a lot of pieces. And on top of that, we had, 6 guys there?
Yeah, and I'm trying to run everything that's going on in the office and the job at the same time.
Yeah, and then so there were a lot of little tiffs throughout the day. Just things weren't going really as planned and everything. We had a lot going on, so there was a lot to do and a lot of frustrating moments for sure on everyone's part, to be honest.
Yeah, everybody.
The
was
job
real
we
peeved.
do, it can suck at times. That's why you really have to love it. So
yeah, that is true.
yeah. But so long day and just a lot of upsets. Got the job done, good to go. And basically Jeremy and I, we decided, let's hang out later.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, it's been a long day. Maybe we need to hang out with I don't know. Can I say that?
You can say, yeah, it's a podcast. It's fine.
Okay, so maybe smoke a little weed or something.
Just a little bit of weed.
Just a little bit. And then what was it? We were just hanging out.
It was me, you, and Mike. We're sitting in my garage.
No, Mike wasn't there at the time.
Mike was not there
Mike
yet.
wasn't there.
That's
at
right.
the
We had to
time.
call Mike to get
that's
down
why
there.
Code Red, bro. Code Red. Mike knows what's up.
If you ever throw a code red at the boys, they know what's going on.
It's get here now. We got something going on.
Yep.
And basically, we were hanging out. We had smoked a little bit. I think we were watching something or listening to something. And all of a sudden, Jeremy starts to feel a little weird, and he's like, Rob, I'm not really feeling all that well. And I'm like, okay, maybe you just smoked a little bit.
Too much.
Yeah, a little bit too much. Go grab some water or lemonade or something. Just hang out, relax. And he starts pacing back and forth. And I'm like, okay, maybe we need some food or something. So we ordered sushi.
Yeah. No, was it sushi?
Yeah, it was sushi. Yeah.
Dude, I couldn't even see at that point. Once the sushi got there, I pretty much blacked out.
Yeah, no, it was before the sushi got there. You had blacked out pretty much.
Yeah.
So we're there waiting for the sushi, and Jeremy starts to really get going on this, and he's like, all right, I don't know what's going on. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. And he's just pacing back and forth, pacing back and forth. At that point, I knew I couldn't drive. I knew Jeremy couldn't drive. So I call Mike. He's one of our buddies. He lives right up the street. And I'm like, hey, Mike, code red, code red, code red. Get over here right now. He's like, code red? What the hell is that? And then I'm like, dude, Jeremy's down and out. So we need you to get over here, and we need a ride to the hospital right now. So he comes over, and he's just like, dude, like, what the hell's going on? And I tell Mike what's going on with Jeremy and everything. And I was like, dude, honestly, I think he just smoked a little too much. Like, I don't think it's a big deal, but Jeremy's really bugging out right now.
At that point in my life, I had so much crazy shit going on.
Yeah, and it was just compiling and compiling.
If you let things compound in your life the way that I did and didn't handle them, or at least try to tackle them, or just say, hey, fuck that, I'm not dealing with that shit. Yeah. Had I done that, I probably would not have landed myself. But point being, you got to deal with your problems head on.
Most definitely. That goes for everyone, man. Life's hard. You know,
there's no script, man. You just got to deal with it.
Yep.
You got to figure it the fuck out.
Yeah, you do. But so then after Mike had came, I was telling him what had been going on. So then Mike goes and talks to Jeremy. He's like, hey, maybe take a sip of water. Basically the same thing I was saying. And I'm like, dude, that shit's not working. That shit's not working.
It was not working.
And Jeremy's in the back like, dude, we have to go to the hospital. We have to go to the hospital. I'm like, bro, but the sushi's about to be here. So, like, I don't want to go to the hospital. You guys can go. I'm about to wait for the sushi. And
I think the sushi got there. The
sushi had just gotten there.
You grabbed it. We got in the truck and left.
Then we left.
And meanwhile, I'm at that point. If anybody's ever had a panic attack before, like a real one where you land yourself in the hospital, it's not fun. You actually, for a short period of time, for a few hours, depending on how long it takes you to calm down, you literally think you're fucking dying. Especially if you've never been hospitalized before or never had anything like it, or didn't know that you had anxiety brought on by compiling fucking issues. You get in that situation and you're like, dude, I'm actually gonna die. Like you literally think you're like, you know what?
Trap yourself into thinking that.
You literally you'll talk yourself into that you're gonna die and this is it. And honestly, bro, it sounds fucked up, but we're on the podcast. I had at that point in time when we're on the way to the hospital, I'm like, yeah, it is what it is, man.
Oh my.
I'm serious. Dead ass, dude. I was like, you know what, dude? If I go now, it is what it is.
Damn.
Yeah, that's when you know you're in a fucking deep hole, dude.
Yeah. Oh man, that's
continue the story though.
Yeah,
it gets a little bit better.
That sucks to hear now, because here I am making a joke out of all this, and here he is talking about, oh, if I was gonna die, man, that was it. I'm out. So. But
that's the truth.
Okay. So basically, then after that, we start heading to the hospital, and the whole way there, Jeremy's like in the front, dude, this is it.
It sucks. You have these like waves of like your chest getting tight, and you can't breathe and shit, and you feel like you're gonna fucking pass out. You feel like you're gonna hit the floor.
Yeah,
it's weird because you're like I was getting to the point where I was like fucking blacking out here and there, and it was like, what is going on? It comes in waves.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't want to keep going now.
No, you got to keep going. We got to tell the rest of the story because it gets better at the end.
It does. All right. So we're on the way there, and he's like, dude, call the hospital. Let them know that this is going to be the worst thing they've seen all night. I'm like, dude, you just smoked a little too much. You'll be all right. Like, but so we get there and everything, and we're checking him in, blah, blah, blah. We get Jeremy a wheelchair, and he's just like relaxing. And we're like, okay, finally. Like,
once we got to this point, I actually had calmed down. Like mentally, I had calmed down, but my body was still responding to the panic. And it fucking at that point, that's when it wasn't fun anymore. That's when it was like, this actually sucks because I'm not going to die, but I feel like I am. But mentally, I'm good.
Yep. Oh, my goodness. So we're there, like, checking him in and everything. And then after we check him in, Jeremy comes up over to the desk and he's like, guys, I'm about to faint in 3, 2, 1. And he's just standing
I'm
there.
still standing. I was completely fine.
Yo, Mike and I are just looking at each other. We're like, do we laugh or do we help this fucking guy out? What's going on? And so we go and like kind of sit him down and we're like, dude, you're fine. Here's some crackers. Here's some whatever. And then Mike and I go over. We just start dying laughing, dude. It was so funny.
I wish I had seen you guys pissing your pants in the corner, because now if I had been there and saw somebody else go through this, I would have been doing the same shit.
Oh my goodness. It was so funny, dude. It sucks hearing that, like, obviously you weren't really the greatest at that point and you weren't feeling that great. So, I mean, like, I'm not just making a joke out of it.
No,
obviously
of course
you're
not.
good now and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So I'm happy about that. And so is Mike. So are all our friends. But it was definitely funny going through it for, well, now looking back on it, I should say, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's fucking, that's why I wanted to talk. That's why I asked for the picture.
Yeah.
That's why I asked for the picture.
Oh,
But, yeah, no, but the worst part is when you have a panic attack, like your shit just goes sideways in your body.
Yeah.
So like my heart rate, I was sitting there completely fucking fine, no issues. Like just I at that point mentally had calmed down.
Yeah.
My body hadn't caught up yet, so my heart rate was like 180 beats per minute.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
sitting
yeah.
in the hospital bed like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
They're bringing in like X-rays. They're trying to figure out if I'm actually gonna have some sort of a fucking heart attack.
Yeah.
That's when shit really got real, because I'm just sitting there and I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they had found out that I had a panic attack and my electrolytes were like completely washed out.
Yeah,
at that point.
didn't you need like an IV? Or...
Yeah, they gave me a couple IVs and they
Yeah.
gave me some. What was it? I think they gave me magnesium. No, was it No, it wasn't magnesium. They gave me. I think it was magnesium tablets, and
Yeah.
like then everything started to catch up. But it was
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
crazy. The problem is I had so much going on at that point, and I was so fucked up that I literally only ate like one piece of pizza for like 3 or 4 days, and I was drinking water like crazy, because at the time I didn't know I had sleep apnea. So you know when you have sleep apnea, you don't know, so you're just sitting there just chugging water, water all the time because your mouth is constantly dry. So I had effectively washed the electrolytes out of my body completely to that point. So they hooked me up on an IV bag, gave me some magnesium tablets, and then they're like, this kid's still not calming down. Let's give him an Ativan. And that's when everything went bright and fucking like the world at that point, there was no issues. I came out of the I remember because I had thought that like when I was in the emergency room, I was thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, like there's probably like a couple people that work here at night.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. So they fucking pull me off of everything because like they're like, yeah, dude, you're fine. And at this point, I had already had like 2 IV bags. So they're like, yeah, you're good. Go to the bathroom. I get out of the room. I go through the fucking door, and there's literally a bullpen, like a cubicle bullpen. And dude, I swear to God, there's like 100 fucking people out there. Oh my goodness. And and I walk out and I just look at everybody and I'm like, guys, I'm feeling better now. And they're like, all right, good. Yeah, this is great. It was the funniest fucking thing. By the end of it, it wasn't bad, but I mean, we got home at like what, fucking 3 in the morning?
Yeah, it was pretty late.
It was late.
Yeah,
I mean, that whole
definitely.
ordeal was like several hours by the time everything chilled out, and they're like, yeah, you can go home. But yeah, then the next day you wake up and you feel like absolute dog shit.
Hit by a
and you
truck,
continue
too.
to feel like absolute dog shit. I honestly, from that first time, and that was like just about almost exactly 2 years ago.
Oh wow! Really?
Almost, it was like I didn't
even check the.
I didn't. It was like I think it was like November 6th or 4th or something. But it was
so
almost
that's
exactly
close,
2 years. But it took me probably like a good year and a half or so to start to feel like normal. When that shit happens, you feel like you're stuck in a fucking cloud.
Yeah.
And you don't come out of it. And you can take all the supplements in the world and meditate as much as you want, and you don't come out of it. It literally, like, I finally fucking feel like my tip-top normal self again.
Hell yeah, you definitely do. Yeah,
but like, that shit, anybody that's struggling with fucking anxiety and shit like this, please go get fucking help. If you have shit compiling in your life where you
life's hard enough.
It's hard enough. If you got to deal with this on top of it, dude, it's it's going to whack you like a truck. And honestly, if you're not the right person to be equipped to deal with this and be able to come out on the other side, it's fucking scary.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, definitely.
And like I said, I mean, it took me a year and a half to feel normal again. And part of that was cutting out a lot of the stress that I had found in my life. And it unfolded in a way that I didn't exactly want it to unfold. But, you gotta find out where your stress points are. And if they're not helping you, you got to get rid of them. And I can honestly say now that I've figured that out, and it took me that long, that, it's nice to feel like a fucking human again.
Yeah.
It really is.
I bet. Yeah, you seem like you're doing much better.
Yeah, given the circumstances that I'm in right now, I'd say I'm doing okay.
Yes, yeah.
I'm doing pretty okay right now.
Yeah.
So that was the hospital trip of 22. Rob there in the back, just looking like a champion. He's like,
it's crazy. I'm actually
fucked
wearing almost the
Stonehill gear.
Yeah.
Shout out to Paul.
Shout out to Paul. Hell yeah.
Oh my God, that was a fucking bad one. Oh, yeah. That's me and weed. We are not friends.
Yeah, so you don't smoke anymore?
Fuck no, absolutely not.
Okay.
No, I really don't even drink that much anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, it's better. Especially, I have to be careful. When things are going fine and I have no stress, it's not a big deal, and I can kind of just I'm good. I can operate. Like, I can go slam 15 gin and tonics if I'm in the right headspace and be completely fine.
Hell yeah.
But if I'm in the wrong headspace, that's your end result.
Yeah.
So that's why I try not to play with fire anymore if I can help it.
No, that makes sense.
Being of sober mind and going to the gym and being in the sauna, definitely much more effective.
Yeah.
Much more effective. After that point, I got into therapy, which I highly recommend. Anybody that doesn't go to therapy, you should go to fucking therapy.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. I don't care if you've had the best life in the world. It helps to be able to talk to somebody about your problems.
Most definitely.
And honestly, you should have more than one person that you can talk to. You're paying a therapist. If you have somebody that like coaches you or is just a good life figure that actually has legitimate advice for you, it's never bad to have more than one person.
No, yeah, that's true.
More than one persons. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
You have to have multiple people in your life that are able to kind of just feed into the good energy and be a positive impact on your life. Yeah. I have, I could probably say I probably have 4 or 5 people that if shit hits the absolute fucking fan, I'm calling them and I'm talking to them, or I'm going out and sitting down with them. And it helps to have all those people in my life to be able to say, hey,
yeah, dude,
look at my situation. It's super fucked up right now. Not necessarily what do I do, but what do you think? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes even just talking
about it and continuously talking about the issue sometimes is enough to just be like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm feeling better about this.
Yourself. Yeah.
I have to do it all the time. I call my cousin Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Especially lately, I've been calling him all the time, like almost every day, to be like, all right, bro, let's have our daily therapy session over the phone while he's on lunch.
Yeah.
And you have to fucking talk to people. You isolate yourself and you hide away, you'll end up in the hospital or worse, dude. Honestly, it's like, I got lucky that I didn't understand and I was dealing with anxiety. The people that are out there that deal with like legitimate depression, dude, that's awful. I mean, there's a reason why, like, the male suicide rate in the United States is so fucking high right now. Can you get me, Max, you want to pull that up? Because, like, this, since we're on a heavy topic, we might as well stay here for a minute. But, dude, the problem is that we deal with so many things on a daily basis as business owners, as, whatever, husbands, fiancés, boyfriends, whatever the case is, as, dealing with your family, dealing with your friends. It's like there's so many pieces that can either negatively or positively pour into your life. And if they're all negatively pouring into your life, I would not be, it makes sense why people get depressed. I mean, fuck, look at that, dude.
Yeah.
4 times higher than females.
Wow.
50% of the population, but nearly 80% of suicides.
Wow.
And no one's talking about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
80% of the suicides in the United States are men.
Damn.
Yep. But there you go, dude.
Crazy.
Mental health's a real fucking thing. And that was the biggest wake-up call that I've ever had. You know, I know what rock bottom looks like finally.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want to go back there. And even with all the things that I could have going on in my life, I'm not fucking going back there.
Yeah, it's tough, especially once you get so down. Like it's easy to stay down.
Oh, very easy.
It's very easy.
Yeah, dude.
There was a short time in my life where it was real tough. And I mean, but I did have people to kind of help me out of that. It was slow because at first, you know, I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, no, you know, I'm fine. But I really just
You're not fine, dude. No. You're not ever fine.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, you got to actually hear those people out. And, you know, sometimes it might not always be right, but even to just hear it out and gather the different opinions and then make your own decision from there. And even if you do have to go to therapy, go to therapy. It's all good stuff that'll help you move forward. You
Absolutely.
know? If you just sit and wallow in it, it does nothing. Like,
well, you end up a statistic, which is terrible.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, no, it's once you go, I feel like once you hit that rock bottom, and I feel like some people legitimately float through life and they never actually have some sort of a situation like I had or you had.
Yeah.
But once you get there, you have like a mind change almost, because once you climb your way out of that, you go, I can take on anything. I am never going back in that fucking hole again. You can make my life absolutely upside down. And I am not going back there.
Hell yeah.
I am not doing it. I am stronger than that, and I don't give a fuck. I'll fight everybody in the world. I will have a fist fight with every human being on this earth before I go back in that hole.
Yep. No, it's so true. It is so true. That is just spot on, dude.
But no, and then Rob and I, aside from hospital trips, have done some other stuff, which has been pretty fun. We fly fish together when he's up here, which has been a blast. We also like to go on some trips, and we like to go and help people. Which Rob was one of the people that went to Texas with us.
Do we have photos of that?
Yeah, they have a couple.
It's nothing
I think
compared
it's from episode 1.
What Mike and JT have just gone to go do with
the tornado relief.
No, not tornado.
Or did they do hurricane relief?
Hurricane.
Wait, was that what
Helene.
they were doing?
Yeah, they did.
So JT
Helene,
really
Milton.
didn't talk about that too much.
Oh, dude, I only saw the photos.
Wait, but if they were going in there, that was like fresh when they went.
Yeah, it was.
So were
like
they
a
like
week after?
Were they like
something.
cleaning up like houses that have just like? Was that what they were doing all week?
So I don't know exactly what they were doing. I mean, I kind of talked to both of them briefly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's us in Texas. Yeah, that was a good time. Yeah. They were a great family.
Wonderful family. Kyle and I had talked about this briefly on the first episode, but yeah, that was it. And I also brought up, me and Kyle were chopping it up, and we were saying like, dude, the amount of fucking Modelo that me and you drank that week was absurd. And at the time, I didn't know I had a problem at the time, but me and alcohol also really don't get along.
Yeah.
And that probably should have been a red flag in my mind that I said like, wow, dude, you've downed like 18 beers every single night.
No problem too.
We were literally just going through cases of Modelo.
Punishing.
Yeah. It was a fun, that was a good trip. That was a fucking blast.
That was a good one. That was a good one for sure.
That was a good one. But I mean, it's nice to do stuff like this. And Rob and I definitely, when this happened, I would say that me and you it was me, you, and Mike that sat down together. We had a meeting in my garage and said like, hey, we should go down and like volunteer and help out, because this is one thing. You know, you don't get situations very often in natural disasters or events like that. Where they're like, oh, we specifically need plumbers.
Yeah.
That almost never happens. Like, they usually just need general construction and shit like that. But this was the one time.
That's more so what
they were doing.
Yeah, down
this
there,
is the one time that it was like, yo, this is our time to shine. Like, let's go out there and help these people. And, for certain people that we worked for, we really hooked them up. Like this family, we repiped their entire fucking house.
The whole house. Yeah.
Whole house.
Yeah, that was
We
great.
redid some of their drains.
Yeah.
We replaced their faucet, replaced their shower valve.
Yeah.
We did a new water heater for them. Like, we really tried to help them out, because that woman literally didn't have 2 pennies to scrape together.
Didn't.
She lived in League City, Texas?
League City,
which if you go to League City, it's actually not a bad looking town.
Yeah.
Especially the center of town. It's actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind living there, but you go down like a side street like the one she lived on,
Yeah, it's
and
a
you
bit
go around the
sketchy.
corner and you're like, holy shit, like this is
Yeah.
not a good area.
Yeah.
Like it's very deceiving when you're rolling through places, especially in like Texas and down south. It goes from literally totally fine, like, oh yeah, there's no issues here. You
To
go
the
one
slums.
block
Yeah.
and it's literally the slums, dude. You
Yeah.
got like burnt out cars
Yeah.
on the side of the road. You got people living out of their cars on the side of the road. It's wild out there.
It is. Definitely.
But that was a great experience. I'm glad that we got to do that.
It was.
And we met
They
some
were
cool
great
people
family.
there
Yeah.
that we volunteered with that I don't actually talk to any of them anymore. I don't think.
No, I don't think I no. Yeah, same.
Yeah,
same.
no, I don't. But I mean, they're nice guys either way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But, Yeah, it was a good crew, good experience.
Hell
I definitely enjoy that. I feel like once I get sorted, I'm gonna definitely get back out there and start volunteering again. Hopefully, like this time next year, I'll have everything kind of figured out and I'll be back to normal.
Yeah, dude. I was actually getting on Mike and JT because I wanted to actually do that trip with them, the one they just recently went.
That would have
go
been
do.
a short run for
Yeah,
you, dude.
yeah,
What's that, like
exactly.
an hour flight?
Well, it's
Hour and a
probably
half.
about an hour flight. Yeah, hour
Yeah.
and a half. But I mean, I was willing to drive out there too. It was only a 7.5, 8 hour drive, and
And you
I
have
mean,
a brand
that's
new
nothing.
truck, so
yeah,
who gives a
yeah,
fuck?
so that's nothing, dude. It wasn't bad at all.
Okay.
But they ended up just kind of doing their thing, making their plan, and I was like, no, I get it. It's okay.
Yeah.
But eventually we do want to all.
Yeah, we should
get
probably do
something
another one.
together
We'll grab
because-
Kyle and drag him
Yeah,
down there too.
yeah.
I mean, holy shit! If you got all five of us,
Oh
what,
my
5? Yeah, if
goodness.
you got
Oh,
all five
yeah.
of us in a house,
Yep.
Woo!
Watch out.
I mean,
And
we
see,
literally
I was still green at this point.
Yeah,
too.
and that's,
so I just remember organizing all
even-
the shit for you guys.
you got to remember too. Even Mike.
Yeah, Mike
was
still pretty-
only
yeah.
into it like 3 years,
Yeah,
and
second,
now he
third
has his
year.
own business.
Yeah, dude.
So, like,
insane.
Dude, yeah, the level of skill that would show up to the next one that we do.
Oh my goodness.
We probably repipe the
Oh
entire
my-
house in like a half hour.
Yep,
Literally half hour.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
No, that would be good. We should definitely. I would definitely like to plan that.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool. That'd
Yep.
be cool. We should definitely do something.
Yeah. Hey, so tell me about what's going on, because you came in here and
Okay.
said, "Bro, I can't go get pizza with you," and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking
Yeah, he's like,
about?"
"Is everything okay with your family? What's
Yeah,
going
like
on?"
I thought he was like, I thought that was like a major issue. So what's up?
No, yeah. So you know how I go fishing and shit. So I was down at the river, down actually at the Missouri River. It's fucking beautiful, man.
Yeah?
It is absolutely gorgeous.
Okay.
So I have my own little spot that I kind of go to. One of the locals, he's an old timer. He told me about it. So I kind of sneak behind the bridge, go around, get in the little spot, and I'm just fishing, and then all of a sudden I get 2 tick bites. Nothing new. Nothing new.
No.
And then pluck them off. Good to go. Keep fishing. I get back to the house, and then actually one of them is literally like right under my ass.
Oh
and
shit.
so it started like itching after that, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like,
Yeah.
my ass isn't dirty.
Right.
So then I kind of like get in the mirror and look at it. It's all red and everything. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. This has never happened before.
Right.
So then I didn't really think much else of it. Then about 4 or 5 days later, started getting hives all over my body, dude.
Holy shit.
All over my body, feet, everything. And I was like, okay, what the hell is going on?
Did you at that point figure out that like, hey,
I
tick bite?
didn't
Didn't put two and two
didn't
together.
think of it. Yeah, no, because I mean, I'd been bit by multiple ticks down there already. Because
Right.
like it's Missouri, and if you go by the river,
You're in the woods.
it's not
bro.
like they're out there mowing it. So I'm like, okay, well, this is weird. So I take some allergy meds for it, just like Zyrtec, and then they kind of went away, and then for the day, and then next day, same thing. I'm like, okay, what? I don't get what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So after like 2-3 days of that, because I would keep taking the allergy meds, and
They would go away and then come back.
Yeah.
Right.
So then I'm like, you know what? I'm taking off work. I'm going to go to the doctor. So I go to the doctor, and I'm like, hey, I'm getting hives everywhere. Basically talk to her about everything. And then we had done some, no, we hadn't done some tests yet. She just gave me prednisone, I think
Yeah,
it was.
like a steroid.
Steroid.
Yeah.
Yep. So that lasted for 9 days. Every day, perfectly fine. no flare-ups, no nothing. No itches, nothing, literally nothing. So 9th day comes, off the pill now, or 10th day, off the pill. Then I get like a little flare-up right here. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know, maybe it's just like something, I don't know. And then like an hour later,
Bang.
boom, all throughout my body, all over again. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
So then,
Now you're freaked out.
yeah,
Now you're like,
yeah.
what
At
is
that point,
going
yeah,
on?
I was like, okay, something's going on. Did I eat something? So at that point, I was kind of like watching what I was eating and everything, and canceling certain things out. And then next day or 2 days later, go back to the doctor, run some tests and everything. Turns out I have
What the
alpha
fuck
gal
is that?
syndrome. So if you want to pull it up,
Did you have this before the tick bite, or was it from the tick bite?
from the tick bite, yeah. But yeah, basically, so when the tick bites you, they release some sort of like enzyme or something that mimics red meat and dairy. Mammalian
No.
products.
Are you allergic to red meat now?
Yeah, and dairy. Yeah. Yeah, bro. It's strictly vegan now. And I could have chicken and I can have fish, shrimp, but yeah, no
So the
mammalian
news that I
products.
told you in the parking lot is not even close to this. Dude, you have that?
Dude, this is life changing. I know.
Dude, you
And this is
can't
me,
eat
bro.
fucking red meat.
I know,
I
yeah.
would die.
I know.
I eat red meat every day.
Bro, same.
Every
same.
fucking day. You can't
Same.
have steak at all.
No steak,
Does it just
no
fuck you up
burgers.
completely?
Oh, yeah, that's when it gets
That's what
real
happens?
bad. And even like breathing,
Yeah.
it starts to like close up and like I get like really wheezy kinda.
No shit.
Yeah.
So you can have chicken and what else?
Chicken and like fish.
Dude, if
shrimp,
you can
and-
eat fish, my recommendation to you, go to Costco and get wild caught salmon and just live off that. Because that'll probably be enough that's enough good minerals and vitamins to actually so if we go out to eat, you can't fucking eat anything.
Yeah, bro. I literally haven't gone out to eat. So this has been going on maybe a month now.
Holy shit.
I know I can have a Chick-fil-A sandwich, the chicken, obviously. No cheese on it.
No bread.
No butter on the bread. The bread is good, but certain breads I can't do.
I'm amazed that they haven't figured this out yet.
Ah, dude, I know. I've actually been watching some YouTube videos on it, though.
Yeah.
Some people do acupuncture. And
does that work?
so far, I've seen a couple people where it has worked,
No
and then
shit.
sometimes it doesn't.
Chinese medicine, man.
Yeah.
It's legit.
Yeah. And then I've also heard that some people are stuck with it the rest of their lives.
No
and then
shit.
some people it goes away. Yeah.
Oh, good. So hopefully you'll be back on the red meat diet at some point soon.
Yeah.
I would recommend as soon as you are able to eat red meat again, just go full carnivore.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh my goodness.
Seriously,
at that point, I would have missed it so much. I'm gonna
you're gonna probably just want to eat butter and steak and egg. Can you eat eggs?
Yeah, I can have eggs.
Oh, then dude, you're probably gonna be all right.
Yeah,
then.
there's certain things like I'm like, okay, well, that's not too
so you're just
bad
gonna
of
eat like a fucking
trade-off.
caveman.
Yeah.
See,
pretty
that's
much.
not bad. That's how I was eating before current situation and stress and things.
Yeah,
I'll get back to that at some point. But that's how I was eating, and honestly, I felt like $1 million fucking bucks every single day.
It's all clean. Like I already feel like I'm.
Did you
slimming
lose
down
weight
a bit.
too?
Yeah. So far, I feel like I have. I actually haven't seen the numbers, but But yeah, no, I feel lighter on my feet.
No shit.
I'm more active now. And
yeah.
And while I was trying to figure out what was going on, at that point I was still eating dairy and red meat.
Yeah.
Bro, I felt like Jeff, like completely sluggish, and like when he has gluten and everything.
Right.
And then like stomach hurts and it's no bueno, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking it's not good. Like
I feel that. I know what it feels like to be sluggish and feel like shit.
Yeah.
When you have sleep apnea as bad as I do.
Yeah, especially in the trade we're in.
Yeah,
too.
you have to be like go all the time.
Yeah.
Dude, if you're falling asleep in the middle of the day, you eat a fucking sandwich and it takes you out. Like you can't have that.
Yeah.
You cannot have that.
Oh, no, I
terrible.
know. So
absolutely terrible.
That was extremely difficult, but now I'm like getting used to it. Like all the groceries in my house, they're all vegan friendly and like alpha gal friendly.
That sucks, bro.
Yeah,
the vegan shit is not good for you. It's really not.
Yeah, I know, and it's not as filling. Like the other day, I made tacos, right? And it's the vegan taco meat and everything.
Yeah, that shit's terrible for you.
Yeah, dude, I ended up having like 6 tacos when it's like I'd be fine with 2, you know, if it was a normal taco, but I just kept eating. I was so hungry,
Dude,
and it wouldn't fill me up.
go fuck that. Get rid of the fake meat and just go caveman style.
Yeah.
You can eat salmon, you can eat eggs. Live off of salmon and eggs.
Yeah.
Literally, dude, like salmon, eggs, avocados, and fruit, and
Yep.
like that's it. And I
Yep.
promise you, after a week, you're gonna be like, "Yo, this is the best I've ever
Oh,
felt."
yeah.
And on top of it, you're gonna be like, "That was actually filling."
Yeah.
You don't have to eat a ton. I mean, granted, like, do I love to slam like an 18-ounce ribeye and all that stuff? Yeah, I do. Like, like an 18-ounce ribeye, 4 eggs, and whatever else. Sure, but dude, if you start to go back on that and try, I would try that.
Yeah. No, I have been
all
trying
the like the
things.
bean shit and like the seed oils and all that crap. I swear, it's 1,000 times worse for you than anything you're gonna consume on the animal-based diet.
Damn.
You might as well be smoking 6 because that's about how bad it is.
Jeez.
Wow, no kidding. That sucks. You got that. It's funny because I didn't even hear about that until like a year ago, and it terrified me.
Okay,
I didn't even know what it was.
A lot of people actually, everyone who I've told, they have no idea what.
Yeah, they don't know what it is.
Yeah. So that's always
no shit. I was gonna recommend, because you said I can't eat pizza. I was gonna say, why don't we go get fucking steak tips at Champs?
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, you can't have. So what do you eat if you go out? You just have to have like a salad.
So
basically?
yeah, like I said, I haven't really gone out. I mean, I don't really trust it. I actually got this app. It's called Fig, FIG.
Yeah.
And basically you can type in, Jeff should actually get it too, because it has like gluten-free options.
Maybe we'll try to get a sponsorship from these guys.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Fig, come on.
All these guys with diet issues.
Yeah. But so I just typed in Alpha Gal, so it makes all the results basically Alpha Gal friendly.
Okay. And you most likely will end up at vegan restaurants every single time?
Yeah. But in Missouri, they're
dude,
none.
You're literally just dealing with barbecue and fast food.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
That's why you said you're literally just going out to eat and
yeah.
Like you can't go out to eat. You have to just cook your own food.
Yeah, that's really it.
Well,
and
you've been
then
saving some money.
Yeah, that is true. But then coming back up here, it's like, you know, my family, dude. Like they got snacks everywhere.
Snacks
they got all
You can't eat any of it.
I can't. I literally can't, and it sucks. I went through the fridge the other day, and I'm just scanning everything, and nothing. Everything popped up red, because it has like red, green, yellow.
Yeah.
So like obviously green's good to go. Yellow is kind of
good luck.
Well, yeah, essentially, because certain people have certain tolerances to it.
Yeah.
So, like, some people can eat more dairy, less dairy, all that. And then red is obviously do not eat it. So, I've been trying to, like, eat some of the yellow stuff. And every single time I've had something that scans up yellow, I get highs. So, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even risking it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
So we really can't go out to dinner.
Yeah.
You can sit there.
Yeah, I can sit there and watch you eat.
I was going to say, well, why don't we, can you get a salad, or do you have to like check the dressing?
The dressing, I got to check the dressing.
And what would cause a flare up in the dressing?
It would be some sort of milk. Sometimes they'll put milk.
Or like mayo. Would mayo?
Yeah,
no, mayo would cause a flare up. That's fucking
mayo
terrible.
Causes flare ups.
So you can do like oil and vinegar on a salad with like salt and pepper. That's pretty much the extent of
but actually oil too. It has to be a certain oil. Like right now, all I use is avocado oil. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, so we're going to go out, but you're going to sit there and you're going to drink like...
I'll eat the grass out in the front.
I was going to say, you're going to have to. So you can sit there and drink like water.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can't even have like...
Can't have milk, can't have chocolate milk.
Can you have like lemonade? Like
no, certain lemonades I can't have.
Oh my God.
I was
would die.
I know. I was able to get from Chick-fil-A the Sunjoy. You know how they have the Sunjoy? It's the half tea, half lemonade.
Yeah.
So they have a like a diet lemonade and the unsweetened tea.
Yeah.
So I had that. I was fine.
Oh, good.
But
do you want to go to Chick-fil-A then?
Maybe, yeah.
Well, that actually wouldn't be a bad thing, because I haven't been to Chick-fil-A in a minute. We'll figure it out after we're done. But that's crazy. So you're stuck with this for now.
Yeah.
Wow.
At least.
And there's no sign of any sort of hope other than maybe possibly acupuncture.
Yep. Or just waiting it out, and hopefully maybe after 3 to 5 years
it'll clear itself up.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
And I would say to anyone and everyone, acupuncture is not only good for shit like this, but acupuncture definitely works for anxiety too.
Yeah.
I got in there, dude, and just to be in a room and have them pin you up and you're sitting there breathing in like nice eucalyptus and fucking just meditating on the table for like 30 minutes makes a hell of a difference. That was the only time I would definitely tell you to go, because acupuncture was the only time in that period where like I would come out of acupuncture and I'd feel normal for a couple hours. I'd be like, damn, this is good. Like my brain got rewired. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
There's something to be said for that.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Paul does it all the time, actually. And the cupping too. He does cupping.
See, I don't know about cupping.
That's
been like, I have a set, but like I've heard from some, or I've read some places that they're just like, no, it actually doesn't do anything. It like stimulates blood flow, but it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They have peptides now that do way more if you want to go down that road. But yeah, no, that is life changing. Everybody's going through some life changing shit right now.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
So yeah, no, that's good. Thanks for joining me, Rob. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably I'll probably have you back at some point whenever you come up and visit again. I don't know when that's going to be.
Yeah. I know that November 23rd, I think it was. I think that's a Saturday.
Okay. You're going to be back in the summertime?
No, not the summer. Well, I don't know about the summer yet. I know for a fact, November 23rd, I'll be up in Pennsylvania, or down in Pennsylvania, because Paul has a game out there. It'll be his last game, actually, so that'll be cool.
No shit. Senior, right?
Yeah.
Has he gotten any looks?
No, but I don't think he even really wants to pursue it.
He's good at this point?
Yeah.
NFL's not a choice?
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, if the opportunity shows itself, then he's definitely going to take it up and ride it out. But, I don't know. Yeah, he seems pretty okay with.
What is he going in for?
Honestly, I'm not even sure.
Sports
some sort of
some
business.
Shit? Yeah. Okay. Right,
yeah.
Cool. That's good.
And I know he does have an internship lined up for the spring, so that'll be good.
We'll have to get Paul on here.
Oh my god, dude!
I want to hear some of his college stories. I'm just very interested.
Yeah. It's like, always a good time.
You went to college, but you kind of fucking didn't.
Yeah.
Like not really. You went to Merrimack for like 2 years, right?
Yeah, a year and a half.
Yeah. So you didn't really get to like do like.
Paul I definitely had fun.
Yeah,
let me say
but
that.
Paul's been there for the whole.
Yeah, he
thing.
got the full experience.
Yeah, he did because he played on like he was on the football team and all that bullshit.
Yep.
Absolutely, that's good. All right, well, maybe I'll have you back on when you come back up.
I was going to say,
when
I'll be up in Mass, I know probably...
Thanksgiving?
No, not Thanksgiving. Around graduation time, because Daje's little sister is going to graduate.
So like May?
Yeah, sometime in May.
So you are going to be up here?
I guess so, in the summertime.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Anyway, thank you for answering my question.
Yep.
That's cool. All right, good. Well, thanks for joining me, Rob. I appreciate it. Always good to see you. And, join us next time for Griff Guide Podcast. Thank you, guys.